Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude AKA Steve, and welcome back to the WBE Season 3, Week 6. Milwaukee Sawsbucks taking on the Free State Torracats and DuncanKneeDeep. His link, of course, in the description. If you don't know who he is, well, you should. Check out his channel, link in the description. A lot of great stuff there. You will not be disappointed. This week, going up against a team that I was honestly terrified to build for. He had a lot of different things that could upset my reign. He had, first of all, Mega Tyranitar. Second of all, he's got Lurantis. Third of all, he's got Blacephalon. So he could easily run any sort of sand or sun kind of team that can really muck up the reign that I'm trying to obviously use here. So this week, I decided to go with Quillfish, Chestnut, Mega Swampert, Alolan Persian, Politoed, and Thundurus. The Politoed is an offensive Politoed. There is no support today for Politoed. It is completely offensive, and I'm running Quillfish with Destiny Bond, Chestnut with Swords Dance, Mega Pert with Rain Dance as his fourth move, Scarf Alolan Persian with Rain Dance and Parting Shot and U-Turn, and Fighting MZ Thundurus. So I realize I'm looking at the team here, and I'm looking at what I want to lead with, and I decided to end up going with Thundurus. Because I figure if I lead with Thundurus, he's probably going to lead with either Jirachi, Ferrothorn, or Tyranitar. Two of those I can just pile drive with the Fighting EMZ move, and even Jirachi's neutral to that. And if it's if he wants to get rocked up turn one instead of hurting Thundurus, then I'll have a very good offensive kind of advantage. I also have Focus Blast on Politoed just in case I run into any of those any wayward T-Tars come in late game. So let's go ahead and kind of jump into this game. There's a little shifting of the camera there, but I was terrified of building against this because just the Blacephalon just can run a train through everything that I have. Even though I have the rain, he also has a lot of weather control, and I just decided, again, I lead with Thundurus, and I figured he leads a Tyranitar. I'm just going for fighting him, my Fighting MZ move. If he wants to, nothing he wants to switch into is gonna really enjoy taking that plus another move from Thundurus. So I'm going for it. And when I see that Mega Evolution, the fact that he's staying in, I thought, he might stay in. He might stay in and go for maybe a Rock Slide. He might stay in and go for a Stealth Rock thing. I'm gonna Volt Switch out. He might, you know what? I just stay in and I just fucking go for it. Turn one, this Mega T-Tar is absolutely not ready at all for what's about to happen to him. This Mega T-Tar was in the game for less time than my Z-move animation happened. This Mega T-Tar absolutely gets demolished, and I thought, watching the HP drop, I'm going, this is dropping way too slow. He might not die, but he fucking dies. Up 6-5 early. I don't have a very good track record of going up 6-5. I go up 6-5 in most of my battles, it seems. And then after that, things sort of kind of go downhill. So I'm going to try to retain this lead. He goes in Lurantis, and I see, one reason why I wish that I actually did live commentary, because I wish you could see some of these moves. I had like 70 seconds of thought. Obviously, it doesn't translate in the battle, but I just can't do it. But I end up going on a Chestnut, and I figure, he might be some sort of he got Contrary. Based on his team, he's probably not going to bring Sun. He's probably got some sort of Contrary, Leaf Storm, either Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Flying for Chestnut, but he might have Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Rock for Thundurus. So I had to kind of decide what once I stayed in here. Or once I took that damage, I figured if I could live another one, I can Drain Punch to get a lot of damage back. And I want to see what his other move is. I want to see what his Hidden Power is. If it's Hidden Power Flying, so be it, then I know. Then at that point, Thundurus can probably stay in there and do a lot, especially with a Sludge Wave. But he goes for Hidden Power, and it turns out that it is, in fact, that's got to be Ice, baby. That's got to be Ice, baby. But I am faster than it. And I am at 13 HP, and at this point, it seems as though Chestnut, kind of his job was to sort of take on any of the big physical beaters that this team has, one of them being possible Lurantis. Lurantis ends up not being a physical attacker at all, but another one being Tyranitar, and Tyranitar is dead, and Lurantis, though, he thought I was going to switch. I am not going to switch, because I knew that, I could probably take him out with a Drain Punch. It is super close. He goes for Superpower. I'm buffeted by the Sandstorm. He also buffeted by the Sandstorm, and I live a Superpower. Chestnut is a fucking animal, and I'm about to get some of that HP back. So, Chestnut, I took a roll of the dice that I would take him out. I didn't. But, you know, even if he took me out with Hidden Power Ice, he was going to die anyway. So he goes now into Xurkitree. And I'm thinking, well, the obvious switch here is probably Thundurus. So I'm not going to go into Thundurus. I'm going to go into Persian and take whatever Hidden Power he's probably going to use. Because, well, Hidden Power for him is a safe move anyway. Because, you know, my Chestnut is so low. So even if I don't switch out, he's probably going to kill me anyway. I do U-turn, mostly because I think at this point he's going to go for an electric type attack, so I want to go into Thundurus, and I want to kind of preempt that and see, you know, what, if not, if he doesn't go for electric type attack, I want to see what kind of set he is, if he's choiced or not. He's not choiced. I don't see an item either, so I don't know, is he a Z-move? Is he Assault Vest some kind? I don't know, but he does go into, he saw Focus Blast in this thing, but I may actually, I kind of predict him to switch here again. So I just go ahead and go for a Volt Switch, and I'm able to get the jump here on Feral Seed, which is nice. So Chestnut, I'm going to be able to get a Drain Punch off, going to get that Leftovers back, and I'm going to be able to threaten him out with a Drain Punch. And I know that at that point, I know that he's probably got to keep Feral Seed alive, because he thinks it's going to be able to stop my, my Politoed. It ain't, though, because I'm offensive. So he does go into Jirachi, and this is going to do, I mean, it's neutral, sure, but I am super pumped with that amount of damage, especially it being like, you know, a healing move, like a Drain Punch back, and I get Leftovers back. Now, the Spiky Shield, of course, is definitely a threat, but he also, you know, I have Persian take whatever Psychic moves, but he also might just U-turn out. But I do go into Persian thinking, you know what, he might just go for a Zen Headbutt or something like that, but he goes for actually Flash Cannon. Did not see that one coming. And Persian is, Persian's not living that shit at all. He does crit me. Honestly, I don't think that it made a difference. Obviously, I'm Fur Coat, so my defense was higher. Special defense, you know, not the best thing in the world. I go into Politoed. I'm an offensive Politoed. I don't think he's aware that he probably thinks in his mind, he's probably thinking almost up until this point, even at this point, he thinks that Feral Seed is the de facto switch in to Politoed. He goes into Araquanid. I Hydro Pump and I miss, so that's fine. He probably sees Hydro Pump, and he's got to know at that point that I'm offensive, I think. So I switch, and this is kind of why I brought the Quillfish that I did. I know Araquanid could definitely abuse the fact that I brought Rain, and I also know that Liquidation is just not going to do that much to me. I am Swift Swim, so I'm going to get a later Spikes up, and at this point I decide, you know, if he attacks me here, I'm just going to fire off Destiny Bond. He does go for a lunge, so now he's trying to, like, reverse sweep me, I believe. He's trying to use Quillfish to set up his Araquanid, get those attack raises, fire off Liquidation, but what he doesn't know is that Quillfish is not here to play. Quillfish is here to take lives, even if it means taking his own life in the process. Oh, when I was so nervous when I clicked Destiny Bomb, but I just figured the fact that he went for lunge is that he's going to attack me. He has to. He is using my own Rain and my own Quillfish to set up his Araquanid, and I will not stand for that. So Quillfish takes down Araquanid, and now I figure he's gonna probably go into Feral Seed here because there's nothing else that he wants to. Okay, he probably assumes that I'm gonna go into Thundurus because I have Volt Switch on my team, or even Swampert because it's the Rain and it's fast. But I'm just gonna go into Chestnut. I figure he's gonna go into Feral Seed. I'm gonna get up a sub. He goes for Toxic. That was a perfect turn. There was a perfect turn. The thought process that I made was correct given the situation, and the outcome was what I thought it was going to be. He has to switch. I am out behind his sub. I really thought about going for a Sword Stance. English is my first language. But I just figured a Drain Punch is fine if he wants to break my sub with something or even switch out. I want to make sure that no matter what comes in, I'm not going to be, you know, fringing on some +2 damage where I can just hit twice instead of I just don't want that to happen. And I would much rather if he did switch out into something like Jirachi to make sure I get make sure I get 2 shots off on something rather than just 1, because I know that maybe math didn't work out, but I didn't think it was worth the risk trying to sweep a Chestnut, especially when I have something like Pert in the back that can use Swift Swim. I felt like it was probably just best at this point just deal as much damage as possible with Chestnut, especially behind a sub, and just start, just do that. So I am gonna, I take out the Xurkitree, which is nice, and he's gonna go down to Jirachi, and I don't really, the Spikes damage is nice. I don't really fear the Jirachi. I might live a Psychic. I might not live a Psychic. I am really bulky, not so much on the special side, but I do not live the Psychic, and now Luckily, though, I've also done this thing where I have waited the exact amount of turns rain ends, so I'm able to bring in Politoed and, with getting the maximum amount of rain now. So even if he kills Politoed and I don't kill Jirachi, I'll still have probably, I don't know, 5 turns of the rain. That Ferocity, though, is going to end up being a problem if you know, he can bring it in with enough HP where he can, you know, Power Whip Mega Swampert or something like that. But he's going to Calm Mind me. I used Surf, I didn't want to miss Hydro Pump. I honestly, so this is a thing that's about to happen where we are getting a crit that I honestly don't believe that it mattered. I am fully offensive. I don't think, in the rain, I do not think that crit mattered at all. And then we finish it off by hitting a Focus Blast. What? We win the game by hitting a Focus Blast? We do win the game hitting a Focus Blast. So the Sawsbucks have moved to, they've moved to 2-4. So we're not out of this shit yet. We come back with a nice win. Could have won last week. We could easily be 3-3, but we come back with a nice win. Sawsbucks, baby, 2-4. Get some hype. We won 2 out of the last 3 weeks. Doing a little better. I'll see you guys next week. Good night, everybody.